Okay. I believe that Dave Allen is an absolute nightmare for Arslanbek Makmudov this Saturday. I think his style is all wrong for him. I think Arslanbek Makmudov is tailor-made for Dave Allen to go in there and beat. Um, if I'm being honest, Makmudov hates pressure. He absolutely hates pressure. He's not going to like Dave Allen at all in there. Um, he likes to throw his shots quite wide, and I think Dave Allen's got the perfect style just to be able to catch those shots on his gloves. Middle throws the exact same shots over and over again, those nice wide hooks, which, produce big power. And Middle's shown that in his fights, but who has he really knocked out? Junior Anthony, right? Like, who's he really knocked out? Anyone who he's been in there with who's actually got a heartbeat. Carlos Takami fought. It was a close, competitive fight. Makmudov won, yeah, but it was close and competitive. He could have knocked him out, and Takam was about 45 years old at the time. Goes in against Caballero, gets battered, absolutely battered. Hated the pressure of Caballero. Caballero bullied him to the body, was in his face the whole time, boxed quite well against him as well. You then look at Vianello, who was just happy on the inside to make it messy, land his shots, get out of there. But with Dave Allen, it's a different style. I think he's different to Caballero very clearly. Caballero's obviously a, you know, high level guy, but I think that's clear to see. He's a high level guy, but overall, I don't think he's got the exact same pressure as what Allen's got. I think that's an important thing to see because with Dave Allen, he's just going to be in the face of Makmudov the whole time. Like, Caballero was happy to box, and because he's got the attributes to be able to do that. Dave Allen is not going to be able to put on an absolute schooling here. You're not ever going to see that happen. He's just going to pressure and pressure and pressure and pressure, stay in the face and beat him down. That's what would happen. With Caballero, he was able to mix it up, but again, I think the fact he was able to do that, style-wise, I think my point is Dave Allen. I think's more more of a threat because of that constant pressure and constantly being in the face. He's not going to give him time to breathe in there. With Caballero, he'd get his attacks in, move off box, continue to keep on coming. But with Dave Allen, he doesn't stop coming. He's happy to take damage in order to land his shots. And I also think that's the kind of style which is going to fully be able to drain Makmudov. He's going to let Makmudov work on him a bit, and I think that's something that makes things interesting as well. He's going to make Makmudov work on him, but I don't think Allen's going to be overly phased by it. I don't think he's going to be overly phased by Makmudov, letting him work on him, and then Dave Allen wanting to land his nice tight shots, mixing it up from body to head. Well, Makmudov's not going to like it at all. When he's in the corner, when he's up against the ropes, he's going to get bullied. He's going to get pushed up against the ropes, knocked about to the body. And Dave Allen's not going to move. Once Dave Allen's got you somewhere, he's going to keep you there. And it's a style which Makmudov hates, and it's been proven time and time and time again. I think, I look at Caballero and think he put on a real high level performance against Makmudov. Dave Allen's not going to put on a high level performance like that because he's nowhere near the level of Ajit Caballero. My point is that just generally, the style he's got is a nightmare for Arslanbek Makmudov. It's a nightmare for him. He's not gonna just let him back him up. Allen's not gonna cower up into the corner and let Makmudov tee off on him and bulk over and let him bulk over some overhands. It's not gonna happen. It's not. Makmudov thrives off the front foot. Makmudov thrives off of static opponents. And Dave Allen's not the best mover, but again, he's in your face. He's got a tiring style. He's not going to take much backward steps. He's not. And I think the fitness of Allen is going to be better and better and better here as well. And also, he just picks his moments nicely. Um, I don't see Makmudov phasing Allen too much. You know, he's a massive, scary guy. Of course, Makmudov is, but what level has his power actually really shown at? It hasn't really shown at a high level. It hasn't. Couldn't face Caballero at the very top level. Couldn't face Villanello, and I think Villanello and Dave Allen. Villanello is probably at a higher level than Dave Allen, but I don't think there's loads in it. Not loads at all. You know, you could say the same thing about Dave Allen. You know, he hasn't fought exactly wild killers, but again, styles make fights, and Dave Allen has got a style which is a nightmare for Makmudov. And I don't think Dave Allen's going to win this fight based on power. I think if Makmudov wins the fight, it's based off his power. That's why I'm talking about his power a lot. With Dave Allen, it's not about his power, it's about his pressure and his calculated shots that he puts together and how he waits for his moments. But no matter what, even when he's not punching, he always finds ways to get onto that front foot. He always does. He always finds ways to get onto that front foot, even when he's not punching. He's got a nightmare style for Arslanbek Makmudov, an absolute nightmare style for him.